Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. This was a very interesting morning. It definitely changed everything, but we're here. We're live. We're doing it. Good morning, Zach. How are you,
Good morning, Nate. I'm good, mate. How about you?
I'm boiling already.
Mate.
Can you feel the heat?
I was just leaving home and my girlfriend goes, when you hear those doop, doop words, you know it's going to be a hot one.
Definitely. So, guys, we're my goodness me, we're a week away from Christmas. Like it's happening.
1 week, 7 days.
Unbelievable.
If you haven't done your shopping already, I suggest getting onto it.
Get onto it quick, smart. Now, guys, before we kick on with this morning's topic, I love to do a little bit of show and tell. This bad boy, the HomePod Mini.
I think so.
Do you know about these?
I know a bit. Yeah, HomePod Mini.
Like, our workplace was absolutely incredible enough to treat us with an early Christmas gift, and these things are absolutely industrial. Like Mark likes to say, it wants to be your iPhone. So if you're an Apple user, you definitely get on one of these. Hey Siri, and your world changes from then on. And look, my phone tried to take over just then, but no, this thing, the sound quality is absolutely incredible. It literally is your phone, from weather to text to calls. It's unreal. So, guys, that's show and tell this morning, HomePod Mini. But this morning's topic is Resi and commercial. What on earth are we doing over the Christmas break, mate?
Well, that is the question. Some people shut up shop, other people will charge through. So it's really different. But a lot of trends you notice across the board is a lot of properties that you see on the market for a while usually decide to take a break over Chrissy. Like in the past week, we went from 530 Resi properties for sale on Northern Beaches, and as of last night, we're at 429.
Unreal.
So that's a drop of 100 properties. Whether they're selling or be withdrawn, that's yet to be determined. But as you can see, stock is starting to get wrapped up again, leading into the Christmas break.
Yep. Well, look, so that's on a Resi perspective, and we look at it in a commercial side, and we do know that commercial is such like a slow burn. It really doesn't take as quick effect as a residential do. Yeah, it's starting to get a bit caliente. You can see it underneath here. Look, with commercial, let's look on a leasing capacity. Retail-wise, I don't think there's going to be a lot of movement in a retail sense. I think a lot of people are more switched on to get into retail properties more so in that October, November period, as they were forecasting that obviously between December, probably all the way through to February, that's when hospitality is at such an all-time high, for instance,
it is,
in that respect. But then we look at other parts of commercial leasing. We'll look at, for instance, storage units. Storage units are such a big thing, and I think they're going to be absolutely enormous come into 2022 with how much people would have been purchasing over that time period of the holiday season. But then we look at, for instance, warehouses. A lot of projects, for instance, concepts that people have had in mind, they don't seem to fade away, and they're definitely something that people look to explore, pushing through into the new year. And let's see, what other department have I particularly missed in a commercial sense?
What do you reckon? Offices,
wow, that's the one. Offices have not stopped, and I don't believe it will stop. People are really big on moving into something that just makes their life a hell of a lot easier. When we're looking to people that have been traveling from the Northern Beaches into the city, yes, there's an incredible use of public transport, but in saying that, when you've got the flexibility or just the luxury really of setting up shop close to home,
well, that's it. A big thing in every industry, convenience. Absolutely. You combine that with luxury.
Convenience, and it's also your environment. You know that like it's such a shift when you're surrounded in between buildings and between beach life. It's just unreal. But in saying that, with offices, I think again it will be a slight slow burn, because obviously with the fact that a lot of people are still on holiday break. A lot of people won't come in probably till the mid to end of Jan. So
with a lot of people away, you could say there's almost some deals to be found.
Oh, definitely.
If you're buying or leasing, you're doing it in less competition. Yes, there's less available on the market, but you're doing it in less competition because a lot of people are away.
That's it. And they always slip through the cracks, really. And people don't think that, people are still actively looking online, but it's definitely not the case. People are always out there looking, searching, and they want to know who's particularly proactive at this time of year, I think. But kicking on back to Resi, tell me, what's been going on in your end of year period? Any highs, any lows?
It's been crazy, really. So just the number of properties that have come through, like I know in the past week across the board, we had 4 under contract, 3 sales, just in kind of the team alone. And it's just a crazy transactional period. Like we're still listing, we're still bringing stuff on. We've got 2 coming on next week. And so it's more a mindset thing I've found in Resi. Like if you believe it'll be busy, you'll almost form a busy period for yourself. But if you've got holidays booked, you're gearing down.
Absolutely. You're partially switching off more like
Yeah.
it, but it's definitely worth, essentially putting your feelers out there, giving a bit of love to those people that probably haven't felt love
Yeah.
or need that little bit of love over this course of time. But it's just incredible to see. I mean, in a sales capacity and commercial, it's such a different comparison to
Yeah.
residential, but we'd gone from about 81 properties for sale on Northern Beaches, and then we shifted down to about 77, and I think a lot of those had come from auctions. But the incredible thing I've noticed, Zach, is that there's people that are cashed up and they're ready to bloody go, mate.
They're just waiting for that one.
And they've got
They
this
want
itch.
to love every property.
I know.
You've just got to sell it to them. They come in, they've got the money. They're like, I'm sick of holding on to it. I'm sick of looking. I just hate open homes now.
Absolutely.
You've just got to want them to want it as much as they do.
Absolutely. But then a lot of the time as well, I find commercial sense, especially here and now, it's people wanting a commercial investment property. So something that, of course, is tenanted and, providing that incredible yield for them to look into and then just sit back and relax and enjoy.
Well, that's it.
But I mean, that's, kind of a bit of what's been going on. Deals wise, goodness me.
There's deals to be had. There's deals to be done.
I'm looking a bit knackered, and it's because it hasn't stopped leasing wise. A lot of people looking to close in before the end of the year, square themselves up an incredible deal in 2021 because it has been quite a year.
Yep.
It's incredible highs and lows. I definitely saw within the last lockdown period that we had, retail for some reason during the end of it, just people were just itching to get in, and it's incredible to see the trends that have happened over the course of 2021. But definitely
a crazy year.
It's been
a crazy year.
Between the weather giving us, as they say, La Nina. So, going to give us.
Oh, there was a bit of flair on that.
There was a bit of flair on that.
I thought it was La Nina.
La Nina. But with all this rain, and then we're getting hit with this with a lot of heat.
Well, what's meant to be tomorrow? 32 and thunderstorms.
Oh,
Get keen.
Get keen, guys. Get keen. But look, that's a little bit of what's been happening on our end, guys. I know it's probably a bit of a brief topic, but it's an interesting one because the main of it all is people tend to probably slip through the cracks right here, right now.
Well, the truth of the matter and the simple answer to the question is the resi and commercial period over Christmas is whatever you believe it to be.
Nice.
If you want it to be busy, you'll generate enough business that you'll be busy the whole way through. If you're looking for a deal, they will be there and they will be had. If you're looking for a quiet time, shut the laptop, leave, and go home.
And enjoy the rest of it. But no,
That's
there's grinders out there, and then you'll be able to see those for yourself, clear as day. But look, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for joining me very last.
No worries.
Really appreciate it. We're going to try and not absolutely get wrecked from the heat today. Pump it out, guys. We hope you all have a Merry Christmas and a Happy
Something
Year.
with an SPF 30 on this morning.
I can tell, mate, but you're looking fresh. But no, guys, look, this is the last Saturday in terms of morning minutes. We will be pushing on for the remainder of the week ahead. But guys, look,
That's it.
thank you for joining us.
Merry Christmas and have a happy New
Happy New
Year.
Year, guys. Take care.
That's it. See ya.